At Deer Lodge in Montana Territory, I met a very unusual young lady. Her Chinese name was Chen Shuk Yi, which in English means gentle virtue. This is her story.
Frontier Gentleman. An Englishman's account of life and death in the West. As a reporter for the London Times, he writes his colorful and unusual stories. But as a man with a gun, he lives and becomes a part of the violent years in the new territories. Now, starring John Daner, this is the story of J.B. Kendall, Frontier Gentleman.
In Montana Territory, there is a mining town which has been known variously as Cottonwood, Spanish Forks, and LaBarge. Now it is simply called Deer Lodge. I had stopped there on my way back to Fort Benton, and it was in Deer Lodge that I was for the first time introduced to the card game of poker. It all began innocently enough after I struck up a friendship with Billy Moore, a prospector whose claim lay a few miles from town.
You might call me kind of a cross between a river sniper and a desert rat. River sniper's what I am here, gold tanning like this. Of course, my diggings is back there on the hill, but I ain't hit nothing much yet. Stream's not bad, though. Keeps me going.
It's a lonely job, I imagine.
Sometimes.
You ever think of settling down? Getting married?
Sure, when I strike it big, I may do that. Meantime, there's Deer Lodge close by. Don't get time to be lonesome there.
I haven't noticed you're much of a drinking man.
Oh, I ain't. But there's always a card game. Faro, three-card Monte, poker. Poker's my game. Nothing I like more than a night or two of poker.
Do you win?
Not much. Say about even, mostly. How about you?
Never played the game in my life.
You never played poker?
No.
Well, boy, we sure got to do something about that.
Do you think it's absolutely necessary?
Mr. Kendall, how are you going to write about how people live in these parts if you ain't never played poker?
Oh, well, I never quite thought of it in that way.
Well, it's a fact. I'll tell you what. This afternoon, I'll show you how to play. There's nothing to it. And then tonight, we'll go into town. There's always a real friendly game at Dead Broke Bar.
That evening, we rode back into Deer Lodge. Billy had pronounced me an able student, and that with caution, I might even add $1 or $2 to my diminishing funds. I had promised to limit myself to play with $50 and no more. When we arrived at the bar, Billy led me to a table in the back room. 2 men were there. One, a meek-looking fellow whose expression was one of constant, hurt surprise. The other was a lanky, dark-faced chap. Billy introduced us.
This here is J.B. Kendall, boys. Turkey Johnson and Neil Daggett.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Kendall's a newspaper fellow from England, writes for the London Times, out here looking this over. Give us some chips, Turkey.
How's it going, Billy? Any pay dirt?
Oh, about the same. I ain't complaining. What about you?
I'm going to give it another week, and I'm pulling up stakes.
You, Turkey?
Look, you want to play or talk?
Turkey ain't in the mining business right now, Kent.
Oh, I see.
Trying to get a stake play in poker. The trouble is he keeps on losing. You feel lucky tonight, Turkey?
And one of these days you're going to get lead poison if you don't shut your mouth.
Nice friendly cuss, ain't it? Them blue chips is worth $5, Kendall. The reds 2, the whites 1.
High card deal. King, Jack, 8, 4.
Your deal, Kendall.
Hmm? Oh, yes.
Roll the cards, boy.
5.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Something the matter?
In these parts, we cut the cards, mister.
He's kind of...
Oh,
he don't mean
I'm
no
sorry.
harm. I'll cut him. Roll him around.
They're cutting playing with greenhorn.
Sorry.
What's your deal, mister?
Five.
Open. $1.
Call.
Raise $1.
No, thank you.
Not for me, neither.
I got a feeling you're telling a windy turkey. I'll see you. You need 3 cards, Ken.
I'll take 2.
Billy won the first hand and the second. I played very carefully, and at the end of an hour was about $5 to the good. I could see that Turkey Johnson resented both me and my playing, even more so because he was losing. His temper slowly deteriorated with the quality of his cards. Then the door opened, and a small, pigtailed Chinese gentleman walked in. He had an ageless face, impassive.
Hey, you!
Oh, in a chair.
I didn't think you'd be coming tonight. Light and rest your saddle. This is J.B. Kendall. He's from England.
Mr. Kendall, I am honored. Is it Mr. Yu?
Yes.
How do you do, sir?
Good evening, Mr. Deggars. Mr. Johnson.
Come on. Come on, Maurice, your deal.
I know it.
Well, deal.
Chips, please, Mr. Johnson. $50.
You keeps a string of burros, sells them or rents them. Orneriest critters you ever see.
Very intelligent. Very noble animals.
Oh, is that pretty girl of yours, you? Ain't seen her around. She keeps her hid from the likes of us, huh, you? You ought to see her, Kendall. Real nice little filly.
Is your daughter, Mr. Yu?
Oh, no, daughter, no. She's a girl from Hong Kong. She helps me with business.
Talk. It's your play, Kendall.
I'll open for $1. Mr. Yu proved to be an astute but unlucky player, and Johnson began to win. For the next 2 hours, the game seesawed back and forth, and after that it became obvious that unless there was a startling change, the big winner would be Johnson. The loser, Mr. Yu. Billy, Neil Deggars, and myself were about even. Then an extraordinary thing happened. I found myself at the end of a draw, sitting with 3 aces and 2 queens. The betting was up to Neil Deggars. At that time, there was $50 on the table.
2. No, I'm holding.
2, and I raise 3.
Hey, this is a big one, huh? All right, boys. I'm calling and raising 5 of my own.
You take it easy, Kendall.
Shut your mouth, Moore. Ain't no side playing this game.
Now, don't get riled,
Ain't
sir.
right. Just keep your mouth shut.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Just give me a moment. Very well. I'll call. $10.
Kendall, you know it's going to be a pleasure to make you a holler calf rope. Ain't going to be no beginner's luck in this game.
Your play, Mr. Yu.
And 25.
Sure am glad I'm out of this one. You're 25 and up 25.
Kendall, you better get out.
Son of a gun, I'm saying for the last time, Moore, you shut your mouth.
Now, listen, Turkey, he's a friend of mine.
Mr. Johnson's, he's quite right, Billy. I'd like to buy some more chips, please. 100.
Well, what you play, mister?
Cost you 50. You better not.
50.
You ain't gonna have enough left to dust your fiddle.
50 and raise 50.
There's near 300 in there.
Yeah, so there is.
I got the deadwood on you boys, but you keep her getting fat. I ain't grumbling. You're 50, you, and
My, 50. It's another 100, Kendall.
Yes. I see. All right. I call.
Mr. Turkey, here is $500. I am now without money. Still, I wish to call you back.
Oh, that's too bad. Maybe you can get a loan, huh?
I no take a loan.
Well, what do you say, you in or out? Oh, how about them burrs? You want to stake them, huh?
No, not burros. But, maybe chain shoki?
Ain't that something? You kidding?
The girl should be worth another 100.
I seen her, Turkey. She's a looker.
If you lose, can you guarantee I'll get her?
I guarantee.
Well, how can you do that, Mr. Yu?
She belongs me. I paid her half cent from China. You wait, please. I put cards down. Nobody touch.
What you got, Turkey?
Head's gonna make all you happy as a duck in Arizona. What's the matter, Kendall? Is James too rich for you, huh?
No, not at all. I find it very interesting.
Well, boys, my luck has turned. Yeah, I'm going to get me a grub steak with the winnings and have me a real nice score to take care of grub slinging and the like.
Say, how about me and you going pardoning?
Yeah, might do that, Diggins. You might at that.
At that moment, the door opened, and Mr. Yu came in, followed by the girl, Ken Shuk Yi. She must have been in her early 20s. She was quite beautiful. She didn't look at any of us, but moved behind Mr. Yu's chair, staring black-eyed, expressionless.
You tell her what happens if you lose?
She has been told.
You betting her?
Yes, I call you back with Shuk Yi.
All right. What do you got?
Flush. Up.
All right, you figured. Too bad. Yeah, kings and tenors full.
Just a moment, Mr. Johnson.
Aces and ladies full. Son of a god.
You have won, Mr. Kendall. The money and the girl are yours. Most honored to meet you, Mr. Kendall. Shuk Yi's belongings are at my house. Do you wish her to bring them now?
Well,
I understand it is a matter of delicacy. Do you live at the hotel, Mr. Kendall?
no, I'm staying with Billy Moore.
Her belongings will be brought tomorrow. Most happy gentlemen. Good night.
I'll cash these in if you don't mind, Mr. Johnson. $565.
That was pretty smart, Moore. Pulling in a grifter to clean us out. Oh, now, just a minute, Turkey.
Are you suggesting by any chance that I'm a cheat, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I'm saying there was more than luck in your deal.
You're saying I cheated?
Here's your money. Come on, Digger. Never thought I'd see it. Turkey Johnson backing down. You sure got his number, Kendall. Say, what about her?
I've been wondering. Shuk Yi?
Yes, Master?
No, not Master. I'm Kendall.
Kendall.
I think you better go back to Mr. Yu's house now.
Oh, no. Me beloved Kendall now. Mr. Yu, not take Shuk Yi back. I not go back.
It ain't gonna do no good, Kendall. He wouldn't have her back. Old Yu's got a lot of pride. He lost her fair and square. She's yours.
But I can't. What the devil am I going to do with her?
Well, now.
A good cook. Men clothes. Very good.
Good enough for me.
Billy, we'll have to put her up in your shack until I can think of what to do with her.
Well, that's fine with me, Kendall. That's just fine.
You and I will sleep outside.
Well, hold on, boy. I don't mind giving up my bunk. I can sleep on the floor, but There ain't no sense in freezing to death and maybe getting the rheumatics or the heaves.
Well, perhaps you could stay at the hotel. I get her a room.
There ain't room for a skinny tick in there this time of night.
All right, then it's got to be your place. Come on.
Kind of nice night, ain't it, Kendall?
Yes.
Stars sure do look pretty.
You comfortable, Shuki?
Very comfortable. Very nice. Thank you, Kendall.
How long have you been over here?
4 years.
What made you come?
I was slave girl. Mr. You sent to buy me. I come.
Oh,
I like you better. I be good slave to you.
no. A slave is not a good thing, Shuki. No one should be slave. In this country, no slaves. You understand?
No. If I no slave, what I do?
Well, what did you do in China?
Slave. Very rich gentleman. Lots of slaves. But he get dry gouged by other rich gentlemen. Then I his slave. Then second rich gentleman sell me to Mr. Yu. He sell many slaves come to America. Now I you slave.
No, I don't want a slave.
Then why you buy me?
I didn't. I won you in the poker game.
If you lost, you would have paid money?
Yes.
Then you see, you say. I am glad I not be won by that no good son of God, Turkey Johnson.
She sure got him fed.
You shouldn't say that, Shuki. Bad words.
I hear many people say so. I no like the way he look at me, son of God.
Here, Shuki, I'll help you.
I'll get the horses fed and watered. You want to show her where to sleep?
All right.
This your house?
No, it's Billy's.
Oh, he very rich man. Mr. You not have wood floor.
You'll sleep here on this bunk, Shuki.
Where you sleep?
Outside with Billy.
I sleep on floor. You sleep on bunk.
No. I'm going out to help Billy now. You go to bed.
If the master wills it.
I will it. Good night. Billy.
Yeah. She bedded down.
It's on the way. Look. This is nothing to laugh at, Billy. What am I going to do with her?
She's your slave. You figure it out.
I mean it. I can't go traveling about with her.
I wouldn't mind it.
Billy, it's serious. You think if I have a talk with Mr. Yu...
I told you, it's no good.
You boys stand right there and don't turn around or I'll blow your innards out.
Turkey Johnson.
I take the guns off them.
Sure, Turkey, sure.
All right. Now you got my money, Kendall. You saw it behind you, real easy like. All right, pick it up, Daggers. Now you go and fetch your gal out.
Sure, Turkey.
I'd advise you to keep your hands off her, Johnson.
Well, get going, Daggers. You ain't advising nothing, Kendall.
I'm going to get you, Turkey. You stretch him for this.
Why, you got me scared plumb to death.
Hey, Turkey! Get here!
What do you mean she ain't there?
You must have heard us and gone out through the window.
Well, find her.
Oh, dark.
All right. Forget the gal. Let's tail out of here. So long, boys. Thanks for the grub steak.
I'm going to get the
Wait a
horse.
minute. No, there's no sense without a gun.
Should have known. And low down.
Shook ye?
No.
Shook ye. It's Kendall. They've gone. Where are you?
I come, master.
You got another gun, Billy?
Yeah, in the shack. A rifle and a coat.
I heard voice of son of gun Turkey Johnson. I go out the window.
Yes, very sensible. You stay here with Shook Yi, Billy. I'm going after them.
Well, I'll come too.
No, you better stay in case they double back. Lock yourselves in.
Sure I will, Kendall, sure. Don't you worry about a thing.
I left Billy the rifle, took the coat, and rode after Johnson and Deckers. I hoped they'd make for Deer Lodge, which is exactly what they did do. I found them in the least likely, but I suppose most likely place for a man like Johnson, the Dead Broke Bar. They were celebrating, standing drinks to everybody in the place.
I'm a curly wolf, and it's mine.
Turkey.
Oh, don't bother me, boy.
Turn around, Mr. Johnson.
Well, if it ain't Lord Kendall. What do you say, Your Honor? All right, come on, have a drink.
Not with my own money, thanks. Hand it over like a good fellow.
Are you loco, mister? Your money? I cleaned you out. Ain't that right, Deckard?
Sure. Dead right, Turkey.
An unfortunate choice of words. I say you're dead wrong. But either way, unless you give it back, you'll most certainly be dead.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, me
You want to draw first?
No shooting in the bar, boys. You take it outside.
Well, you want to
Draw first? I have.
Hey, I was only kidding.
I'm not. Throw your gun belt on the bar. You two beggars. Now, Johnson, I have taken a great dislike to your face. Hold this for me, will you, barkeep?
Get him, Deckard!
Billy, it's me, Kendall.
Here's your guns. Oh. Hello, Shooky.
Hello.
Well, what's the matter?
Kendall, I hope you don't take this wrong, but I'd kind of like to buy Shooky from you.
What?
You see, me and her, we had a little talk while you was gone, and she takes to me, sort of, and I thought maybe if I married her...
He's a strange man, Kendall. You sell me to him. He wants to marry.
Well, do you want to marry him?
I like.
The next morning, I was best man at their wedding, and Mr. Yu gave Shooky away. After the breakfast, which took place at the Dead Broke Bar, I started off for Fort Benton, where I planned to take the river steamer down the Missouri to write my reports of another part of the West.
Frontier Gentleman was written, produced, and directed by Anthony Ellis and stars John Daner as J.B. Kendall. Featured in the cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Jack Crucian, Ben Wright, and Charlie Lung. Music was composed and conducted by Wilbur Hatch.
Be sure to be with us again next week at this time for another chapter from the Journal of J.B. Kendall, Frontier Gentleman. Frontier Gentleman has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.